Sorry, station groups. Sorry. Okay, you could choose any group. I generally like to go on on all my units, I tend to use 519 as the group. 7030 doesn't go that far, so I use 509. So we'll just use 509 now for sake of convenience. Okay, 509?
509.
Okay, 519. It's already defaulted on this one to SVMI. Okay? And it's already put our SVMI extensions in there. So immediately we know 519 is my SVMI group. If you go to 406, your incoming calls, you direct it to 519. And the auto attendant will take over from there. Okay. Then you've obviously got your day service and your night service. You know you can record different messages for your day, different message for your night. How does the system know what class of service you're in? It needs to know whether you're in day service and whether you're in night service. Okay? So for that, we go to 751. Actually, any one of those. Huh? Yes. Okay, so you see there, your ring plan, 1 is day, 2 is night, and you can make 3 your holiday or whatever the case is you want it to be. So immediately when the system switches over to night service, it sends a message to the voicemail saying, I'm in night service now, bud, and the SVMI switches over into night service. Okay, if you want to know, go back to my SVMI. Go to status screen. Your status screen shows you which mode it's in. It's in day mode or is it night mode. You can also force the mode by going to mode. Click it onto night, select night, and no.
Save it.
Yeah, sorry, save it. No, there's no save command there. Hold on.
No, it's not. He's trying to force it into night.
Yeah, why doesn't it want to force into night?
Don't see how you can, because your time's going to be wrong.
No, double click on night.
Ah.
No, it brings up the night mode. Port query station. Okay, that should have been actually able to save there and force it into night service. Click on the select again. Okay, it should have been able to give you a save command there. And that would have forced it into night service. Sorry, override mode. Sorry. Okay, so there, click down, and you could force it to where you want it to go.
Why? Why would I do that?
Test.
For whatever reason. You can force it into a different mode.
Go back to 8.1.13, the menu. What? That 8.1.13, the menu.
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 Yeah.
Please. Okay, so day main, and then we've sent it. We set it for that DDI
Yeah.
option. You also have to do it for nights as well. Would you just
Yeah, if the client wants it for night as well, yeah, you can do it for night.
because there's 3 day messages, 3 night messages.
Yeah.
So then on 7 I would go.
So
to the
then you force it to night, not force it to night, you put it on night service, it goes through the same routine, and then you have to create a night menu for that client as well.
3 nights.
So you have to create 3 days and 3 nights.
Okay, no, that's fine.
You hit the add button there on top to add menus in here.
But I can call them whatever I want there.
You can call it whatever you want. As long as you know where you're sending it to and what you're
And
sending
then
to
you
the...
also will add menus if you want to do menu trees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because each one's got.
So
whole lot of
Time
options in there.
screen says for sales phase one, and then for new.
On the auto attendant, you can only go down 4 there. 4 trees you can go down on an auto attendant.
You see all day night.
On the SVMI, you can go forever. Sorry?
On all day night messages, it's dial 1 to go through or goodbye. So if I receive no digit, then I just put that bar option at the top.
Yeah.
Nothing received.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, and 1 goes where? To an extension?
No, to ACD group.
Okay, but you've set up the ACD group.
Yeah, I just-
So whatever the group number is, you push it to there.
How do you record 3 different messages? 1 to 2. How do you record them?
Got to upload the prompts.
You can, if you've got prompts to upload, if you want to record, you create, there's 2 ways of doing it. You can dial into the voicemail by dialing 519 in this case. As soon as the voicemail answers, *4 zeros, it'll say enter password, you enter 4 zeros again, it'll take you to administrative menu. Option number 1 is to change prompts.
Edit system prompt.
Yeah, edit system prompts, and then you punch the prompt number in. Press 3 to delete and re-record a message. Make sure you press the hash button when you're done, because it does not save unless you do that.
The
Okay,
519, is that
that's the one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is administration button you can create on the phone, admin VM.
No, you have to renew from me.
On the new.
On the new firmware,
The store has to do it.
no, it does. I've actually, the star has been taken away from the programming mode. You can actually edit it. Yeah. But the admin button is actually the easier way to go.
Yeah, it's easier.
It is the easier way to go. Because when you try to explain to a client, they have to be very fast. If they're not fast enough, then they freaking, nah, it's not working. Yeah. Okay. They're like, Eddie, press, no, it's doing nothing. No, just shut up and press it. Don't worry what it's doing. Okay. Any other questions on this? So you guys should be voicemail specialists, auto attendant specialists now. Most technicians find this very, very difficult. I don't know why, but they do. Setting up a voice auto attendant system. And it's, as you can see, not hard. It's a simple,
No,
simple
because it's a
process.
it's because it's not something that you can do from the phone.
Yeah. But it's actually a very easy thing. And on the 7070 and 7030, if you don't have a notebook, you cannot do it. You need a notebook to do it. It's not an item you can program from the key set. Okay. So in this case, yes, go to your car, get your notebook and come back. When you want one extension bar, please, just do it on the damn phone. Takes longer to go to your car, bring the notebook, plug it in. Who did I have that bet with? Nigel the last time. Nigel told me, nah, you key sets are crap. And I said, okay, let's take a bet. What's the longest thing? LCR. I'll program LCR via the key set. You plug in with your notebook and do it. And I beat him.
But they also are waiting 2 minutes. It's even too long.
I did it on the key set and he was still setting up on the notebook.
I struggled with that when I started. LCR, that was my nightmare.
LCR, I had no helper. I actually sat and figured that stuff out myself, and it was like,
Well, the first
freaking.
software that they changed, where they took the times out.
Yeah.
They had to put it in manually. Yeah. But that was fast.
Yeah, it's just 7 days, zeros, 2359, done.
Yeah.
They've added it back in now, though. I think the times are back in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first time I actually programmed that, I didn't go in and check, and no, it doesn't want to work. What the hell?
I had to go do fault finding on it. And just on-
Didn't put the
on
times in.
Tuesday, he didn't set the time right.
Yeah, okay.
So just on Tuesdays, the phone didn't work. I go there next day, Wednesday, because eventually I get there. It's, no, it's working.
You think that's bad? I had a client that told me, well, actually, it was a client in Durban that told the dealer there that phone does not work from 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock on a Wednesday. Refuses to work. No calls can come in. We can make calls out, no problem. No calls come in. And went for about 2 months, and eventually I went there and they said, please, today is Wednesday, can you come with us to this client and check what's happening? Somebody put auto day night on. On a Wednesday, it's just to go to mode 3 or mode 4 or something like that, that didn't ring anywhere, so they weren't receiving calls. But then at 2 o'clock, it switched back into day mode and carried on like normal. But that was the issue there. It's the simple things, trust me, it's the simple things that takes the longest to figure out. And it's because some tech went there and was playing around with something to get something else working and never went back and changed that to default. And that's where your issue starts from. Okay, we're doing the last stint now, so what else do you want to cover? Or do you want to start with the freedom stuff, but I suggest we start with a fresh mind on that tomorrow. Voicemail? Yeah, you dial 519 and you carry on.
For each one. So there's the whole setup for each extensions, voicemail.
So it
You go to the
default setup on the
class, you
system.
can- That's where you set
Hmm.
up for everybody.
Okay, so let's go to SVMI again. Okay, M class, or mailbox. Okay, so those are the mailboxes that are currently set up on the system. In the normal programming, there is a section under 750 where you can tell it to auto set up all of this. So it will auto set it up as it starts up. Okay? But if you want to add a mailbox that doesn't exist at the moment, you can go to add in the corner there. And then you swing the screen from that side onto this side. Right? Mailbox name, whatever the mailbox name you want to do. If you want to stick with the standard, you can put it as MBX and the extension number. The VMS group, they're all in group 1. Label name, actually the label name is that, and the number, okay, which is the extension number.
Create a voucher number.
Okay, go into one of the existing ones. Drag it over from the other side. Once it's created, there's the number there, the extension, all of those things there. That's how it comes up. So you can actually create a mailbox and push it through to a different extension number as well if you want. Okay, there's authorizations, there's alerts. Go into, okay, call director. Everything about the mailbox you set up in there.
When it auto creates, does it create a mailbox for a group?
Go into 750, or is it 751? Let's just check. There's options in there. Okay. SVMI auto setup, yes. Station names, it'll import. Do you want to set it up for the DLI and SLI, IP, Wi-Fi phone, sub phone, all of that, and here's your station groups here. If you change that to yes, it'll auto-create those as well. Or you can still go and create a mailbox manually again and push it to the group number. You might have to, if it hasn't created the group, you might have to go to extensions in your SVMI side and create the extension there as well. There. One more down. And you can just go to add on the top and add the extension in.
So you can have like a hand group, and if nobody answers, push it to a voicemail box.
Yeah.
That'll work.
You can push it to a virtual voicemail box and attach that voicemail box to a physical extension.
So as an extension user, you can have your box and maybe
Yeah.
2 other boxes as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So to access those boxes, you would just dial your phantom extension number.
You can do it that way. Or it'll add into your existing email box as well. Okay. If you do import the names, it does get a bit confusing because then it stops showing you the extension numbers. It actually shows you the names, like Dani over there. So I know, and I generally speak to the client, no, I don't want to know, Danny, what extension number? They tell me the extension number, oh, sorry, what's that, who's that extension belonging to? And have to eat the names.
Cool.
Okay. But on default, it is set to import the names in, so if you do change the extension names,
So if
It's gonna
one
bring those-
extension doesn't want voicemail, you just delete it out.
delete the mailbox and don't forward on the extension. Okay. How do you all forward to mailboxes? How do you guys do it? Do you all do the normal 601 or 603 and the forward to the mailboxes? Okay. I used to do that. I don't do that anymore. I use 320 now. 3. Yeah, and then
And this one, the time, contact it off.
yep. 320 preset forwards. Okay, so that's your forward that I use for voicemail. You can tell it to forward internal as well as external or just external calls. So in 90% of the time, the guy says, internal oaks don't need to leave a message for me. They can come talk to me. Only external calls must go through to my mailbox. So you put it in external, you can put a delay on it, override off, and the times that you want. Okay.
This overrides the 1 and 2.
Sorry?
This overrides the 1 and 2.
The 102, yeah. Okay, and this one here, the client can't change. So you're not going to get a call to say, my voicemail doesn't work anymore, and you get there and somebody has pressed 600 and canceled all the forwards. This is permanently there.
What do you put in by port?
Where you want it to go. In this case, it'll be 519, which is your voicemail. I actually use this for DDIs as well. No answer, I want the phone to go to the switchboard. Somebody needs to answer the phone. So it must ring on my phone for 20 seconds. It's my DDI, I know it's supposed to be there. They don't have voicemail, but I want it to go then to the switchboard, and I do it here as well. It's actually easier than doing the 102. Why 3 ways?
Because you can do it from 102
Mm-hmm.
this way, and there's another way to do it.
Manually 603 or whatever. That's the same as 102. If you do that one day, you go into 102, you'll see it's there. Okay. But as I said, there's many ways to achieve the same thing. It's just how more comfortable you feel with the way and what would be easier maintenance-wise. I don't know about y'all, but I don't like running out to clients for stupid things all the time because the client thinks the unit is crap as well. They don't want to see you. Believe it or not, the less they see you, the more they like you. Okay, so that is SVMI, including voicemail. Done. Any questions on it? Okay, any questions on anything? Did we finish with all your scenarios for clients? Any funnies you want to cover? I says, your clients must be happy with you all. You don't have any issues.
I've got a problem in the ACME.
We're not covering SEMs today.
Okay. Is it finished?
Or should I answer that a different way for you? Don't make your problem my problem. The technical oaks are here next door. Okay.
We had one with the NGIs and the IT phone. It is 8 NGIs, but only 4 calls. The 5th one says no NGIs. But
Making calls.
if you switch that setting H61 to off, you can make 8 calls up.
Which setting on 861? The RTB.
And
Okay.
then, but the thing with that, if you forward a call,
Doesn't work.
there's no speech.
Okay, 8 is more down. 61 is more down. it's going to be networking options. No, okay, sorry. System options. Okay, which one are we talking about? MPS service. Yeah, MPS service is a funny one. Theoretically, with your MPS service, you shouldn't actually need any MGIs if your MPS is actually switched on. So you switched it off there and then you could make 8 calls.
It's either that one or the MGI one. No MPS, MGI. You switch that one to all, and it only use one.
One per call.
One per IP.
SIP trunks.
Yeah,
Okay, and IP phones.
yeah.
Okay,
But if you forward to a cell,
it
there's
becomes
no
a problem. Yeah, it becomes a problem.
with the 2 MGIs per call,
Then it's fine.
then
Because you know what's happening? It's got a call coming in. It's trying to use the same MGI channel to make that call out, and the codecs are mismatching.
yeah.
So that's why you're getting no speech on it. Now, if you switch it off, it actually uses 2 MGIs per call. One for the trunk and one for the IP. That's your reason for that one.
But to
That was the discussion we were actually having with him
the
just now.
client, he knows he can make 8
Calls.
but now if you do that, it's only 4 calls.
So sell him more MGI channels.
We did that, but they complaining about they had 7 telephone lines and 6 MGIs. Now it's ported, and now they only have 6 MGIs.
Your sub-trunk to sub-trunk MGI use, is that on?
Which one?
The one below that
Exactly
menu.
like that, on, off. Yeah, it's exactly like that now.
Is it off?
Yeah.
Try switching that on. It actually might help.
Because
With
I
the-
spoke to one
it
of
might
them
help
as
with the
well.
forwarding.
They even said if you make that 183 to 180,
Hmm. That's, yeah. But sub-trunk to sub-trunk MGI use might actually resolve the problem. Because it might actually try to pick up another MGI to go out and negotiate the codecs.
I'll try that again.
Okay.
Because we did get now more.
But those settings there, I find it funny. One side, it'll be one way. You go to another side, I know it was working like that on the other side. And you try it there, and it doesn't work. Then you start playing around with it again, and it's different, and it works.
It was working fine on ECN SIP accounts.
Now you got a different
Now we
sub.
have a different voice and data SIP account.
Mm.
Now it's
Those settings there, I don't know. They play around differently at different sites. So, okay. Any other problems like his? Nothing else. Okay, I'm fresh out of options now. What do you want to cover? Come, guys. There must be something you want to discuss.
Public and private IPs, are we going to do that for this?
Yeah, we'll do that with the
And then if you want to put a cloud-based TMS on that?
on.
can you?
Yeah.
How do you set it up?
You phone Nick, and Nick sets it up on the PC, and then the client gets an email. Yeah, they have to set it up from technical side on the server, and
But how do you point it to the cloud from here?
you don't point it to a cloud from here. You need a piece of software that you load onto the client's PC, and from that PC, it will actually transmit to the cloud
So might as well just have the PC.
at the office.
Okay.
TMSs, everyone understands how TMSs run on these things. How to activate the TMS on the system.
Run through the-
But if you have, if instead of using 4, your authorization codes, you need to set your, and you're using like 6 digits for authorization codes. You need to set a setting
You need to
as well.
switch,
Something.
yes, 210. Because the space for your TMS is only 4 digits long there. So if you extend the number of digits in your PIN code, you have to switch around. 210. No, it's not there. It's on SMDR here. The first one, SMDR authorization code on. Okay, obviously you need to put that on for SMDR, but no, that's the wrong menu as well. No, sorry, that's the right one. SMDR authorization on account. So it then sends it to where your system usually sends account codes out. And if I'm not mistaken, it's around 64, I think it is. So on your TMS, then you have to go tell it that the authorization codes are now on that location and what the length is. Otherwise, it's only going to pick up the first 4 digits of that PIN code. Okay. Did you all understand what we were talking about there? And remember, if you're using PIN codes, you must go switch it on in 725. 725. No, that's for the. But otherwise, it's only going to send out stars to your TMS system. It's not going to send out the physical PIN code. And then the oak is going to say the oak that got 4 stars in his PIN is making a shitload of calls. 7. This thing is too big. You have to step back. Authorization codes. Yes, you make that, yes. And then also if you want incoming calls, you have to switch it on there as well.
We got a client that wanted.
Oh, y'all do know internal, yeah, you switch it on, yeah.
Yeah.
For internal calls. If you don't switch it on, it doesn't record internal calls. Okay. Anything else, guys? This is, you're all looking tired. Huh?
Drinking time.
No, it's a Saturday. It was drinking time before I got here this morning. Okay, well, let's see if we can push till 4, if that's okay with you guys. It's 25 minutes. So just give us some scenarios for 25 minutes. As he's shaking his head, not even 4 o'clock, please.
Let's go check out shop users.
Okay, let's call it then for today, and we'll continue tomorrow.